So getting started off with the hamstring stretch, we're going to take a big deep breath in. Those legs are going to be as straight as possible, feet together, and we're going to lean the shoulders forward. And every few deep breaths, I'm going to try and exhale and at the same time bring my shoulders down a little bit closer to the legs. And I'm going to hold this for around 60 to 90 seconds. Second stretch on this one today, we're tapping into those adductors and into that groin. We're going to take the legs as far apart from each other as we can. I'm going to do a big lean forward. Same principles as we did with the hamstrings. Every few deep breaths. On the exhale, we're going to try and lean forward that little bit more, getting a little bit more out of that stretch. Which leads us nicely into stretch number 3. We're going to tap into that lower back by bringing one foot in. We're going to press down on the knee of that same foot and we're going to lean away like so. This is really nice to tap into those erectors. Get that lower back nice and loose. Nice gentle press down and lean. Once we've done that for 60 seconds, we're going to swap over. Each of these stretches today we're going to do for around 60 to 90 seconds on each side and rotate between the sides 3 times in total. Following on, still being seated on the floor, we're going to go into my favorite quad stretch. Unlike other quad stretches, you're not going to be fighting to keep your balance because you're already going to be down on the ground. You're going to bring that foot all the way up to the glute whilst keeping the inside of the knee pressed into the floor. And the way we make this stretch more intense is by simply taking the elbow further away, the one which we are leaning on, until you're feeling confident enough to completely bring the elbow away and lay flat on the floor. Don't worry though, you're not going to get stuck. If you are feeling like that's quite intense, simply roll away and bring yourself up and out of the stretch. Nice and easy, but don't feel like you have to take the elbow away completely in the beginning. If you're finding it intense with the elbow on the ground, stick to that and build up week after week. Again, we're going to go for 60 seconds before changing legs and do that 3 times. Now we're moving on to quads and hip flexors. This is a stunner for hitting those hip flexors, and the hip flexors are very important to stay nice and loose to make sure that the pelvis sits nice and aligned and we don't get any lower back pain. Use the wall for stability, bring the back foot up towards the glute and then force the hips forward. Once you've done 60 seconds, rotate on the spot, heel up, hips forward and repeat 3 times. Lastly on the list for today, we're going to go into my favorite lower back stretch. We want to create a 90-degree angle with the leg against the wall. Cross the opposite leg over and that is the leg we're going to be stretching. We're going to press down into that knee, trying to get the arm as straight as we can. And if we're trying to make the movement more intense, we're simply going to arch the lower back or go onto the tiptoe of the foot which is against the wall. It's not uncommon with this stretch that you're going to find one side tighter than the other. This is a great thing to establish so that we can get to work, as this can be a real big cause of lower back pain. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more stretching videos.